Well, welcome to Monks Alive. It's good to be here this week, and next week I will be on the road. I am planning to leave out Sunday afternoon, drive to Goodland, Kansas, spend the night there in a campsite, and then on to Moab, Utah for a week of exploring and hiking with Nicole hikes a lot, Tim eats a lot, and the boys. If you haven't seen the boys, uh, they have a bear family that comes with them. They're bears, bear puppets. I can't say that loud because they get mad at me when I say that. But yeah, they're going to be going with us, and we're going to have a lot of fun there. This week's been an exciting week. I want to share that with you. I've got Tony sitting here ready to come on. I'm going to bring him on here in just a second. But a lot of happening this week. This past week, I went out to it's Elk City Lake, which is really an interesting, the names around here are funny because it's here at Independence, Kansas. Elk City, Kansas is quite a ways away. It's the Elk City State Park. And then it's the Elk City Lake that is the big Corps of Engineer lake that provides the recreation there at that park. But I love going there because the lake, it has an eastern shore, and I can get on that eastern shore and see across this huge lake. And on the other side, of course, is the western side where you can get these amazing sunsets. And so when I went out there, I want to share with you a few of the things that I got this week, because we had a special visitor. This visitor comes around every 80,000 years, and I probably won't be around the next time it comes to visit. But I want to just share this with you real quick. Here was when I went out there, beautiful, beautiful sunset, and I was going to get the comet, the Tsuchinshan Comet. But when I looked over my back shoulder, this is what I saw, was the moon. And it was this huge hunter's moon, just a beautiful moon. And it was sitting there. I was almost so mesmerized by it that I almost missed turning back around to the west and looking. And that's when you could see the comet. Cameras do interesting things. They cut out the haze, they cut out through the light pollution, and they pick up things. To be honest, with the naked eye, what it looked like was just a really, really pale mark in the sky. And I thought that was it. So I took my phone and I took a picture of it. And that was it. So then I took my big camera and zoomed in on it. And that was what I got. And then this is what it looked like from across the lake. And just a beautiful, beautiful time to look out and see that comet that was passing through. And then the next night, the clouds had moved in, and I looked up, and early in the morning, that was sort of the dampened moon over these clouds, and it was just a beautiful sight too. So I wanted to share those with you as we got started today. That's sort of some of the things that we can get out there. Tony, you're on
there.
the road,
Yeah, I'm actually just made it to Yuma.
Yuma. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
but when I was up in Utah, I did get to see the comet, but my phones stink, so I did not get any photos. I tried. I tried a lot. I got some nice ones of the moon, of course, but
yeah, the moon was amazing. I
yeah,
can, it's interesting to see the rarity of the comet, but the moon's really beautiful. He's the star of the show, I think.
yeah. That and this last week we've been able to see Venus really good. On the other side, you could see Saturn alongside the moon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And a little later in the evening, Jupiter and Mars come up, which those are always great to see. I just can't wait till the moon's gone and I can see if I can get some photos.
Yeah. It's amazing. This is what I got from my phone. I'll show it to you. It wasn't the greatest but you could see it. You could see it there in the middle.
All right.
That was over the lake. So that's the picture I took to see if it really was the comet or not. Because I got two. I looked up there and I said, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. And I took this picture and I'm looking at it and then I blow it up on my phone, on the back of the phone.
Right.
Not the phone, the camera. And I could see, no, that's not a comet. That's a jet.
Campgrounds.
But yeah, that was it was a jet, and it's the contrails of the jet, and the sun was shining. That was pretty too, but it was a jet. It wasn't the comet.
Gotcha.
Oh my! How's the weather where you're at?
About 92.
Oh, it's warm for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, I'm sitting in the shade of the Jeep, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how long are you going to be in Yuma?
We leave here March 11th, I believe.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've got a bunch of trips in between.
Okay.
We'll just keep coming back. Right now we're in a campground, but we did rent a lot like we did last year. Okay. We just can't get in until November 11th.
Okay. All right. So, but you're ready to anchor in place for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be here, till November 11th. And then our lot is, 2 or 3 miles down the road. That's it.
Okay. And is it a community of sort of regulars that come in there and
Yeah, the whole area is built with all these lots. Some people put houses on them, some don't. Some just come in with their RVs once a year. Some leave their RVs and come back once a year,
Oh, okay.
But the whole area is built in these Mexican brick squares.
Huh.
They're pretty cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. Look forward to seeing that. We got a Coast Guard veteran with us.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Ken.
Hey,
How are you, brother?
doing well.
Good, good. How's your work coming?
Good. I'm sitting in the dining room. The dining room's done.
Oh, okay.
We used to have a big hutch on one of the walls.
Okay.
We decided to put that in another room just to leave. I'm sitting at the dining room table just to have more room on the side the hutch used to be on. And but we got to get a picture up on that wall. So
Okay.
So we'll start shopping around, look for something to put on the wall.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I've pulled the wallpaper off the hallway. All the baseboard is pulled off. I pulled the baseboard off of the living room, all the way around the living room. But I'm breaking it into 3. The dining room was first. There's like a double hallway going out to the front door and down to the bedrooms. That's next. And then when I'm done painting that, I'll start doing the living room.
Sweet. Now, that window behind you, does that go to the out? Yeah, that goes to the outside, right?
That's outside onto the porch. I'm in the dining room.
Okay. All right.
So actually, the wall right there is where the hutch the big giant hutch used to sit up there. You can see I've got 2-tone grayish on the bottom and kind of a beige, light beige on the top.
Yep.
This is the window in the dining room.
Connie would approve. Yeah, that's her style. She likes that. Oh, me. Yeah.
So I actually put seat covers. Our seats are getting old. And I got these covers on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's kind of light gray. They were kind of a yellow beige color. So they're old. Some of them were ripped pretty good. I found these covers and boy, they came out really nice. I'm pleased.
Yeah, very nice.
Only $44 for 8 of them. And they stretch, pulled over it, and were pretty easy to put on. You just take the seat off, 4 screws, stretch it over there, and they look pretty good.
They look real good. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. See how long they last.
Yeah.
Well, I got to drop for a few minutes. We haven't checked in yet, and I guess I got to check in before 4 o'clock, and it's 3:10. So
All right.
I'll go do that, and I'll be back.
Sounds good. Yep, we'll be here.
You guys be well.
All right. Yeah. So what's going on in your? Is that sort of consuming your time, Ken? Or do
That's
you have
consuming my
projects?
time. Obviously, I have 4 lawns I have to take care of, so that's been taking some time. But my focus has been on the house, puttering on the house, a little bit with church, helping a friend out a little bit, but and grandkids. My wife just reminded me, and kids, 4 grandkids. We actually were with them yesterday, but yeah, the house is consuming my time, and I'm slow. It's not a major job to do, but I'm trying to do a good job. Little things, Dan. Like on the end, did a chair rail, and on the end, instead of just cutting it square, you kind of cut it on an angle so it comes out to the corner, but then you back cut another piece to fill that gap behind it, so you get the form of the trim goes around the corner.
Yeah.
And they came out pretty good. I cut them, and then Sue would glue them together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do, though.
no, and again, because I'm inexperienced, a professional would take them a quick cut. For me, I got to figure it out, cut it, make sure I'm going into a corner. So I got to make sure the corner's 45 right angle, and then the length is enough to get to the edge. And sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 cuts to get it right.
Yeah. It's not an easy thing. When I did all the baseboards here in the house, and just go around the corners and that kind of thing, and to keep the pattern, and the baseboards here are really pretty simple. Some of them are pretty ornate. These are more simple.
Mine are pretty simple. I'll show you.
Yeah.
You can see that's the chair rail.
Yeah, I like it.
And then down the bottom, it's kind of dark. Let's see if we can get that corner.
Yeah, I can see.
So it's got the baseboard, and then I put a shoe in that has a little bit of a fancy design to it. But up here where the chair rail comes out, this is a room going into the living room. So this is where I made that back cut and then fill in the back with the little piece.
Yep.
And I did that on all these little corners on the shoe because they're sticking out beyond the trim on the door.
Yeah.
And so I did that little cut going back on all these little ones. But
so
that's all new to me. So it took me a long time to figure all that out.
Is that shoe just molding, a 1/4-inch molding that you put in there?
That's all it is. Yep.
That's brilliant.
Rather than doing quarter round, it's a little fancier. And, we were going to buy a piece that was one piece and had a similar look to it. And we decided, rather than do that, we'll get the regular, baseboard with a little bit of a design at the top, and then just add that little bit of shoe on the bottom, and it looks good.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pleased with how the room came out, and I'm well into the next project, working in the hallway. I actually, just before dinner, I was scrubbing the ceiling in there, getting ready to paint it. I got to do a little spackling before I paint. There's a few holes I got to patch.
Okay. Fine. Nice.
Pull the lights down. Yeah, Sue reminded me I got 2 lights to pull down. I may add a 3rd light. The hallway has one when you come in the door and you come toward the kitchen, it takes a left, and there's another light halfway down the hallway.
Okay.
At the end of the hallway, there isn't a light down there, and it's kind of dark, so I might put another light down there.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So how have you been? You getting ready for your next trip?
Getting ready for the trip. I'm very excited. Very excited. Next Sunday, right after church, I'll get in the car. We have a potluck at church on the last Sunday of each month. So,
nice.
But I'll try to cut my time there short and then head west, because I got about a 7-hour drive on Sunday to get to the campsite, and I'm meeting Tim and Nicole there, and then
Is this near Moab?
Well, no, the first campsite is in Goodland, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
And then from Goodland, we'll drive on Monday, we'll drive all the way to Moab, which will be a full day. But yeah, it's
Is that in western Kansas then?
yeah, it's right on the line
Yeah.
of western Kansas. And so, greetings, my friend. I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, it's just it's all. I'm very excited though. We're going to go to the Needles or the Needle. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to hike. I think it's like a 6-mile hike. It's a pretty rugged hike to this one spot. We're going to camp there, and then we'll hike back the next day, and then we're going to just set up base camp.
Where is that, Dan?
That's in Moab. It's across the way from Arches National Park.
Yeah.
So the rest of the time, I think we're going to be in Arches, and then those will be from a base camp. So we'll hike, in and back to the base camp.
Nice.
Each day. And then I'll leave out early Friday morning and drive back to Kansas.
Yeah.
So I hope to be here Saturday evening.
I think Tim and Nicole have been out to Arches a few times before. I think I've seen videos.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been there several times.
Yeah.
And it's they Nicole, her pictures are just amazing. So I'm really excited to go out there and do that.
I'm glad you're getting to see them. Tell them I said hello.
Thank you. I will.
I was hoping to hike with them up at Pictured Rocks, and that all fell through with sicknesses.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Well, Sue and I ended up going later in the year, so we still got to enjoy it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. That's good. It is a pretty place. It's a very pretty place. You get all checked in, Tony?
Yeah, I just had to give my John Hancock and call her done.
Okay. All right.
And luckily, it's just one block over.
Okay. Yeah. Just walk over there to it.
Yeah, wife will take the Jeep, and I'm like, if it's right there, I'll walk.
Yeah.
Well, you got nice clear skies behind you, Tony. Looks beautiful.
Yeah. It's so blue and clear. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's always pretty nice down here until it's not.
Now, when does it start getting cold there or cool? Right now it's like 92 daytime, and I think it was 60 at nighttime. Okay.
That's nice.
It'll be another month or two before the nighttime temps really start to dive.
Okay.
Which I can't wait.
Yeah.
Daytime temps around 80 and the nighttime temps around 30. I'll like that.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be. I think Utah. It's supposed to be cool. I think it's supposed to be pretty cool when we get there.
Well, I had some friends come through Salt Lake City and it was snowing.
Yeah.
And I drove through a few days before that. It was 90 degrees.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on Saturday. It was 94 here, and Monday we had a frost. It dropped down. It is crazy. And then Ken, you already in the midst of winter, aren't you?
Yeah, it was actually warm today. We've had a couple beautiful days. It's getting cold at night, but today was warm.
Yeah.
My wife said 78 today. So that's
sweet. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're getting that Indian summer, so it's beautiful.
Yep.
And it's cool. You're getting that cool night, getting down in the 50s. It's cold in the house. The house doesn't warm up from, a little bit of heat in the day. So the house, if I don't put heat on, it's low 60s right now in the house.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, I couldn't do that. I would not be in short sleeve shirt.
We had the heat on earlier today, and then I turned it off, and it warmed up outside, so it's not too bad right now.
Okay.
And I've been working, so.
Yeah, it's dropping into the mid 40s here every night. Low 80s, it's high, so not bad. So.
Yeah, that's comfortable.
Yeah, it's I like this time of year. It's pretty nice.
It's really the best time of year, but unfortunately it doesn't last, and that cold winter comes in.
Yeah, that's why I'm down here.
I try to convince my wife to do that, Tony, but the grandkids are keeping her here.
Well, it wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't have any grandkids yet. As far as my kids are going, I'm not looking at any either. So, grandkids, it would be hard to get the life to leave.
Yes, it tends to lock you down pretty tight. My oldest grandson's getting married in January, so I've got to go back to North Carolina for that. And so that always makes me nervous.
So getting excited for your trip?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the trip. Not for the trip in January, but for the trip next week. I'm very excited.
Right. I'm excited. Mine's over.
I bet you are. Yeah. I was thinking of you. I was driving into this weekend. I just took a scenic tour down through southeast Kansas, Oklahoma, and back up, and saw a lot of RVs, big ones like yours. I thought, man, that's a lot of machine. It's just a lot.
It is. We were camping down on the Columbia River, and my brother was in the area and came by and saw us, and he's like, yeah, I don't think I could handle anything that size. But they're looking to do the same thing, get us an RV and do some more further out traveling.
Okay. Yeah, probably my little setup is probably as close as I'm going to get. But it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup.
There's another, if you want to sleep in the back of the car, you've got a whole door that zips up and it'll separate that front tent from
the tent from the car.
Yeah. And then you can close that off, disconnect 4 straps, and then just drive away from it. Leave the tent set up.
You sure do.
That's kind of nice, if you have to go somewhere.
Yeah. What's that, Ken?
You get to travel a lot. It seems like you're doing trip after trip, which is really nice. I'm envious.
Well, I can't travel as much as I used to, and it's got to have bookends. Now, I have a guy he's gonna fill in for me the following Sunday. So I'll get back Saturday night, but then I can rest, and I can sit back and rest the next day. Sandy's in the house, so
sorry.
And then I'm having some technical difficulty with my StreamYard. It's because I stream to both Facebook and to YouTube, and for some reason it's not streaming to Facebook. I don't think. Every time I make a comment, I get an error message saying that we've lost connection to Facebook. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Facebook's been acting weird today to me. We got rerun here, and then Sandy just got back from Iowa. Where were you at? Speaking engagements. Where were you in Iowa there, Sandy? Yeah. So Tony, you let's see, you'll be there for a few days, then go to your other place that you'll be able to lock in.
Yeah. I might end up doing a camping trip in between, that kind of thing.
Will you take your little camper when you do that?
We thought about bringing it, but not this year. Maybe next year, because there's some states I can't tow 3.
Oh, okay.
Washington's one of them. Yeah, I could easily tow it behind the Jeep till I got to Oregon, then hook up the Jeep and tow them, all together. And we might do that next year.
Okay.
Especially if I can put my big old canoe right on top of that thing. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my kayak on top of the Jeep, which is nice that I got it with me. And I'll tell you what, after sitting 5 days on the Colorado River, I wished I'd have busted that out at some point.
I thought you might. Yeah, that was fun to see. And when you went back around behind the mount or the hills there and looking over, that was gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, in the mornings you sit there and watch the sun come up. As soon as the sun comes up, turn the chair around and watch the hills.
Yeah.
And kind of same thing at night. Once the sun goes down, all right, turn around, look at the river. I spent so much time just sitting, 5 feet from the water, enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then, at night, I opened my bedroom window, and I'm looking right out over it all night.
Oh, wow. Wow. Is there wildlife out on it?
Oh, birds like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Lots and lots of birds. Still all the boats come in, and then, they kind of scatter.
Yeah.
Fish, what else? The otters. Mostly people. But it was good to see that many people out there actually just really enjoying playing in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
We kind of considered it a vacation.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. I ran to Walmart once, like 10 minutes down the road.
Uh-huh.
And that was it. We just sat there the whole time.
Sweet. When you do those Walmart runs, do you take your Jeep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really carry much in the back seat of the Jeep. I got the dog kennel in there and of course a couple chairs. So whenever we get somewhere, those are, always the first things that come out, a couple chairs and a dog kennel.
Yeah.
So I always got the back seat open. I mean, the back of the Jeep, it's got the white trike on it, and behind the back seat is my bike in there with a couple other things.
Yeah. Now, is that an electric trike on the back?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's nice.
It's a monster too.
I bet it is.
I can't ride it.
Yeah.
I tried, ran into a tree.
Oh, really?
Well, I've been riding 2-wheelers my whole life. I lean when I turn. It doesn't matter on a 3-wheeler. It does not turn when you lean.
Yeah. That was one of the things, I used to ride a motorcycle and Connie would ride with me. And then we went through the hills of Missouri and I scared her. And so she said, no more. So now we started talking and said, well, what if I got a trike? I'd like to sort of get a Harley trike. And
they make some pretty nice 3-wheelers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I mean, there's some of them, they got the 2 seats side by side in them.
Yeah,
that's the single rear wheel. Those are pretty cool. You see a lot of them out here.
They are. The I'm sort of a traditionalist, so I'd probably get a Harley that's, you know, get the seat behind with the trunk and the sides and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
That way you can put all your camping gear and still go.
yes. We're having.
I know when I'm out in the desert, I see a lot of people geared up like that, and they'll have, you know, like the old days, the old bedroll right in front of the handlebars. Just the bedroll strapped to the handlebars, you know. Or you get the guys with the big bars on the back, and their backpacks are strapped to that, and it's like, yeah, that looks like fun.
Yeah, I think so. Sandy's laughing at me because but yeah, I think it could be a lot of fun. I gotta now talk Connie into it. I think it's easier to talk her into that though than it would be an RV. In the, you know, talk her into that.
Dan, what's this about eating gator?
This week is Neowalla in our little town here in Independence. Now Neowalla is Halloween spelled backwards.
Right.
This whole thing started back like 80 years ago when the businessmen here in town got tired of all the pranks that the young guys were playing at Halloween. So they started this Neowalla, and this thing is huge. It has this little town is the largest parade in the state, the Neowalla parade, and there's actually 3 parades. They have a regular parade where they have floats and track, because this is farm country, so tractors, and you've got all kinds of vehicles and old cars and on this parade. And then there's a kiddie parade where the kids dress up in their costumes, and it'll be 1,000 kids.
Wow.
They will have marching bands. They'll have 200 marching bands come to this little
Dang.
and then they have a big marching band contest, and you know who's the best in the state. It's a neat thing, and they have all these food trucks downtown. They shut off downtown, so you know everything's going to be pedestrian, and all these food trucks. And so I didn't know they were going to have gator. I love gator.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
it's good stuff.
I've never had that.
Oh yeah, the adults doodah parade. All the adults dress up. And they go not all the adults. I'm not going down there, but they dress up and they have a parade. It's a blast.
I'm curious on the gator. How do they cook the gator, Dan?
Fried. It's just deep fried. Yeah.
Breaded and fried.
Yeah, it's really good for you.
Everything from the South, bread and fried.
Yep, got it. You're breaded and fried. It tastes like chicken. It's good stuff. I like it. So, yeah, it's a week long carnival, festivals. It's fun, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the only place I've ever seen that does anything like this. But they do it up. It's Neowalla. They have a Queen Nia that they crown Queen Nia every year, and it's I think it's always a high school senior, and so yeah, fried erasers. Are you kidding me? Not rubber erasers, surely not. But yeah, it's a hoot. It's really a lot of fun. So
Sounds like something to look forward every year.
you do, yep. And they make a big deal of it. There's banners all over the place. So all over town, they start putting up these banners, and they will have a contest of who can decorate their lawn the best. And so people drive around and vote, for the best lawn. And
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get back to my my hallway and
all
get
right,
back to
Ken.
washing the walls. But good talking to you, Dan. Have a great trip. I hope you enjoy your time with Tim and Nicole.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, I'll be putting out
Later, Ken.
Take care,
putting out
Tony.
videos for it, so it ought to be.
Right.
I'm looking forward. Enjoy your painting.
Thanks. I think because of this, I've fallen behind in videos, but I'll eventually catch up with everybody.
All righty.
All right. Talk to you later.
Take care.
If I can figure out how to
turn it off. I can do it for you. But it's more fun watching you try to figure it out. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh me. Yeah. Whew. Is it windy there, Tony?
Maybe 5 mile an hour.
Oh, that's
Light breeze.
Yeah, that's just right. Especially if it's that temperature. You need that light breeze to cool things down.
I would take that 15 to 25 right now. Not quite that 45 we got while we were up there on the Colorado. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be.
Luckily where we were, there were no dust storms, so that was very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you got some bird.
Yeah, I can't see him though. Been bugging me ever since I got here. You're sitting over in one of these palm trees, just going at it.
Oh me! I don't know if you saw it. I was out at the lake. Of course, this is it's southeast Kansas, so we get geese, plenty of ducks. We'll see the egrets and the herons.
Mm-hmm.
But this flock was flying over, and they were sort of in formation, but it wasn't geese. I knew it wasn't geese, and I was thinking, oh, is this a flock of herons? I didn't know they flew in formation like that. So they turned and they came back right over the top of me. It was pelicans.
Oh, nice.
Of white pelicans.
I was kind of hoping to see some pelicans when I was on the Columbia River, because I know they're all over out there.
Oh, okay.
But I never saw any.
Yeah. I didn't know that they were out here. I knew they were in Florida.
We got them on the coast up in Washington. See them there every once in a while. Even some of the ponds down here, you'll see a couple every so often.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They are everywhere. They move around.
I knew they migrated around, but I don't know. I see Sandy. She's surprised too. I don't know that I've ever seen any around here, ever. Maybe I just didn't know. Maybe I just didn't know that that's what it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's kind of like me sitting in my chair on the river the other night. That big old bird come landing in the palm tree right next to me. It was an owl.
And
I'm like, all I got's my phone, so I got the horriblest picture, but I got a picture of an owl.
There you go. There you go. That's my goal for next year. I want to get some pictures of owls, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to learn.
Yeah, it's luck.
There you go.
And my problem was it was just after the sunset, so there's still enough light in the sky. I couldn't get the flash to work on my phone, so I couldn't light him up.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I move, he's gonna take off.
Yep.
It's like, all right.
They make no sound when they take off.
No. They're just gone.
They're just gone. Yeah.
The only reason I heard him is because he came in pretty low and then braked and landed up there. So I heard him when his wings braked.
Yep.
I heard
Yep.
the air move, otherwise I'd probably never even seen him.
That's amazing.
20 feet away, and I probably would have never seen him.
They're master of disguise. They blend in.
Yeah.
Big old bird. You blend in there. Yeah,
I've seen them many times over the years, but that's the first time I caught one on a camera.
Yeah. I have not. I haven't seen. There was one I saw in North Carolina. There was a trail there called the Greenway Trail, and I was walking it, and there was a owl. But again, like you, I couldn't get a picture of it. I didn't have anything to take a picture of it with. But
Right.
So yeah.
It was just by chance I had my phone on me too. So normally I just leave it plugged in the motorhome, don't even carry it.
Yep. Well, Sandy was asking if the Pelican got blown in here by Milton. So, I don't know. Maybe.
They might have ran, but I don't know why anybody would run to Kansas.
I don't know. Get picked up with a tornado and then sent back home, I guess.
Got sucked up and dropped off somewhere.
Yep. Oh my.
I know in the morning sitting there on the Colorado River, thousands of birds would be moving one way, and I know some of them are fly catchers, and I don't know what the others were. Thousands of them. Then going the other way were probably 1 million starlings flying up the river, all at the same time.
Yep.
It was crazy,
Like a big cloud, like a big black cloud that sort of changes shapes and flies.
And I could see them thick all the way across the river doing this.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining, relaxing, just to spend, 5 days doing nothing after driving for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, to let go and not have the stress of everything. That would be nice.
It's a place we will probably go back to.
Yeah. That was, and you said that was just you pull off, it was free?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, that one wasn't free. Oh, okay.
No, the one on the Columbia River was free.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, that one was nice. I mean, no amenities at all, but
yeah, I got those two mixed up. That was what it was.
Yeah, and then when I was on the Snake River, it was $50 a night there.
Oh, okay.
And this one on the Colorado River was $100 a night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which that was even with our discount, the KOA.
Yeah.
But it was like, we don't spend a lot of money. And I was like, I'll heck with it. What's $500 to sit here and basically have a vacation after 3 years?
Yes, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'm hoping this time out in Utah will be just sort of that for me. I wish Connie some way that she could go, but she won't go. She has no desire to go. So
that's because you keep telling her she got to sleep in the car.
Well, it's comfortable. I got an airbag. I would even get her a hotel room if she'd want it.
That's the wife. She won't go on any of the trips with me either. Even though I could easily put a bed in the back of my Jeep, just like you can in your car.
Yeah, you can set it up. It works good. Oh well. Yeah. Connie keeps asking me if I've got indoor. Do you have indoor plumbing in that car? No, I'm not going.
I could always get a garden hose and a funnel.
Yeah, I don't know that she would buy that either.
That was like the first time I told the wife, I got a seat that goes right on a 5-gallon bucket.
Yep. That's what
That's plumbing right there, man. Considering what we have to normally do when we're out there. Oh, I am like 50 yards from the road here. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the main road going through Yuma too. At least not the highway, but it's the main road.
Yeah. Sandy just said, "Don't kick the bucket if you're going to use it." So.
Oh yeah, make sure it's on flat ground. Well, the stool I actually had its own legs.
Oh,
And it was
so
the exact same height as a bucket, so you can put the garbage bag in the bucket.
yeah, yeah.
Set the stool right on it, so the garbage bag wouldn't collapse into the bucket while you're doing your business.
Oh yeah. Well, that would not be good.
No. But for me, I find it easy enough to go outside.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I've been doing it for so many years, it doesn't really affect me anymore.
Well, that's, yep, that was hiking. That was hiking.
Yeah. Well, the problem with down here is water. You literally got to bring all your water every time you go somewhere.
Oh, really?
When I'm car camping, it's easy. I just get a case of water, throw it in the bag.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But I've been trying to figure out and do some backpacking trips with my dog. Well, he drinks a lot of water.
Yeah.
Probably more than he'd be willing to carry.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big dog.
Yeah. Well, he can carry quite a load too. We've loaded him down pretty good with his pack.
Water is so heavy.
Yes.
It's just unbelievably heavy.
He'll drain a liter of water in one sitting.
Man.
Yeah, it's like I can do half maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I got to set it down and take a breather.
Yep. That's what I can do. When I camel up, I'll drink a half a liter and then I'll fill it back up, and filter the water, fill it back up. And then water's always my fear. You pack your fears, and that's why I know I take way too much water, but
well, I normally carry 2.5 liters.
Yeah.
But I think when I'm going to be going out with the dog, I'm going to be carrying an extra 2. So that's 4.5 liters. Then, shove as many water bottles in the dog's pack as I can.
Yeah. That's 9 extra pounds on you.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, yeah, when I'm hiking, I kind of drink.
Yeah.
Especially out here. I mean, I just go out for a day. I carry 2 liters.
Yeah, I do too. Yep. I always carry 2 liters. Always carry 2 liters. And, and if I'm going out, I'll usually have a liter in each pocket in the backpack, and then I'll have a pocket on my shoulder strap, and I'll have a bottle of Gatorade typically.
Right. About a half liter in there.
Yeah, and that's about my load. That's my liquid load.
About what I normally do too.
And if there was,
there are some spots I plan on going out here that there is water.
Okay.
Which that'll be nice because then I can just carry my 2.5 liters and be good, and then filter. And I'm trying to figure out how I can do a kayaking trip on the Colorado.
Nice.
Which then it doesn't matter what I carry. I can carry a bunch of extra weight in the kayak.
Yep. Yep.
Which I don't really have. I don't need anything more. Maybe actually a couple of cold beers to bring with me or something like that,
Yep.
When I backpack, I don't bring a whole lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, that's something I'm trying to get used to with planning on the car now, because I was thinking, well, I don't have my lightweight chair. The last time I on a hike, my chair fell out of my pack and I didn't catch it. I didn't notice it until I got.
Oh, that's too bad.
I lost my chair. So I'm thinking I don't have.
Somebody's happy.
Somebody's gonna have to, yeah. And but then I thought, well, wait a minute, I've got chairs. I've got camping chairs, just the big ones, with the big
Yeah.
one I take out.
I'm in a big old hefty
like that.
recliner here, and then on the back of the motorhome, I always carry a couple regular chairs.
Yeah.
And then inside, I got 2 more collapsible chairs. Then over in my camping gear bin, I've got my backpacking chair.
Yeah.
Which is still a 2-pound chair, but it compacts down enough for backpacking. I'm carrying a chair. I don't care.
I need a chair. Yeah. When I start backpacking again, I'll get another one.
Well, I had that little one, the little 1-pounder. I hated that thing.
Oh yeah.
Literally having to fall over just to get out of the thing.
That's what I do.
And it's like, okay, I've got a bigger high back chair. It weighs twice as much, but by God, I can get up. I can get in, out of the chair.
Yep, exactly right.
It's about the same height as the one I'm sitting in, but the one I'm sitting in has 2 pads in it too.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm sitting up a little higher. The wife, she don't even care about sit pads in these things, and I'm like, yeah, but you got short legs.
Yeah, you can get those legs under you. For us, it's hard. Yeah, my old legs. I just anymore. I just tilt it over, fall out on the ground, roll out, and get out of the chair.
Yeah, so much easier. I went backpacking with my kids, and I gave one of them my little chair because I was going to carry my bigger one. And my other son's like, I'll just bring this chair like the ones I got up here. And I'm like, oh, no, man. I've got some 2-pounders inside that are just as good. He'd like throws a strap over his shoulder. Let's go.
Now, are they still up in Washington? Where's your boys at?
They're both in Washington.
Okay, yeah.
They actually live together right now.
Okay.
Which I don't know how they can do that.
And get along?
Yeah, I tried living with my brothers a few times. Not easy.
No.
Sorry, we grew up together. That was a long time.
That was enough. Yeah, I don't need to do that.
I'd go camping with them, but none of my brothers are into that. Well, I got one, he's into the RV camping, but none of the rest want to do any of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no interest at all. Never really have had one. They've been camping with me before, but they don't like roughing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's part of it. That's part of
Then that's to me is the camping. Even if I'm car camping,
yeah.
I'm more roughing it than I am with a big old motorhome.
Yeah, that's
which I don't consider this camping much because this is just life.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever learned how you got into the RV whole life thing.
It was just by chance.
Yeah.
We had a small travel trailer. We take it out for weekend trips, and the wife took some time off, and we went for a week-long trip. And she didn't want to go home, so she come to me a couple weeks later. Hey, what do you feel about doing a nomad style life? I'm like, I'm all in.
Huh.
So we, sold everything, sold the house, and bought an RV and a Jeep. We already had almost all the gear we needed.
Yeah.
As far as the camping stuff goes.
That is, huh.
I would have done it 20, 30 years ago, if she wanted to do it then.
Huh. And how long have you been doing this?
I think she just said we're over 3.5 years now.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and you travel in the places I've never travel. You know, I have been to Washington State. I've been through Oregon, California. I've been to San Francisco and Los Angeles. That wasn't.
No, you got to at least go up into the redwoods.
That's what I would love to do, is go up north.
Yeah, even up in the Sierras is pretty nice too.
Yeah.
I don't care for the inside of California at all. The beaches. I did a trip with my brother one time. We hit every beach on the Pacific coast from tip of Washington to the Mexico.
Oh, no kidding.
Stopped and hit every beach.
Wow.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It took a long time, but it was fun.
That would take a long time. It would take a long time. Yeah, I been to Vegas, but that was the Army. I was actually buying land for the Army out there in the desert. we were going to build a training site out there.
I drove through Vegas. Actually, I stopped for gas. Not this trip. I think this trip I just drove straight through.
Yeah.
And usually my route, because I don't like going through California, it takes me through Vegas one way or another.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's I guess what surprised me is how, you know, when I think of Vegas, sort of like New York. When I think of New York, I think of New York City. When I think of Vegas, I think of the Strip. But, you know, Vegas is actually a neat little town outside of Vegas.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is. But,
I think we drove, probably 45 minutes just in the Vegas Henderson area.
okay.
When you come into town from the angle we came in, it's like, oh, we can see the Strip right over there, you know. Into town, loops back around and around and around, and out you go the other side eventually.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've been to Nevada at all. I don't think I've been to Utah. I think this will be my first time to Utah.
Oh, there's so much to see in Utah.
I'm pretty stoked about it.
The drive is great, especially where you're going. It's beautiful driving through the canyons. Even the Colorado River there in Moab is hopefully you drive through town. That's worth it. It's a small little canyon town, but it's worth it.
Okay.
And we actually drove up the Colorado from Moab looking for campgrounds at one point. Oh, it's a beautiful drive up the one cliff wall, a road, and another cliff wall with the river in there with the road, you know?
No kidding.
Beautiful.
Oh, man.
You're not going to be there long enough to see it all. I was there for two weeks, and I didn't even touch the top of it.
Hi.
My main thing was Arches and Canyonlands, you know, got to see these two parks.
No.
And then doing some of the back trails in the Jeep, getting to see the dinosaur footprints. You know, they're marked on a map, but you need a Jeep to get to them.
Well, is it the Needle? Is there something called the Needle? Or Needle?
I don't remember names.
Okay, I don't. I think that's what Nicole said. We're gonna hike to this place. She said it's a pretty rugged hike, but it's only like 5 miles in.
Oh, that's good.
And spend the night, camp the night, hike back the next day, and then we'll set up over at the Arches. We'll set up base camp there, and then we'll hike in and out to different places for 3 days.
So it's not going to try to kill you.
Not going to try to kill me, no.
I'll tell you what, some of those hikes in Arches, there's a couple of them that are really short. But oh my gosh, you just turn the corner on the trail.
Yeah.
Oh, why? You know? It's like, that was worth it. That was worth every minute.
No kidding. Oh, I am so looking forward to that. I got some more toys. I got this thing, and then I got a gimbal for the
Oh, nice.
tripod, and so it lets you track. So you can take this thing if you got it balanced, and this one's balanced. You can take it, and anywhere you put it, it stays. And you can turn it any direction you want to turn it. So it works pretty good.
That'll help for your shots from camp. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And and it's also with animals, especially birds, you can track them, and whether you're doing
A lot smoother than trying to move.
Oh yeah. Especially that thing. That's a monster to have to.
Right. Yeah, the same kind of gimbal setup I used to have on my telescope.
Yeah, it's a lot like a telescope gimbal. It sure is.
And once you balance it out, it works great.
Yeah.
Of course, with my telescope, I was always having to adjust it for switching out lenses.
Yeah. To switch out lenses, you got to readjust everything. But the other lenses I have are light enough that I can sort of handhold them.
Right.
And they have internal stability too. So, that helps with it. And this one does too. It's got internal stability, but it's just a monster. It's right at 6 pounds.
Yeah. That's too much for me.
Yeah. Max is dropping by. He couldn't make it tonight. So
that's too bad. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, me too. There we go. Just shoot him a quick note. But yeah. Well, Tony, it's about that time, man.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
I'm glad I could make it.
Me too. And glad you're safe. And the other end of your journey, almost ready to drop anchor.
Yeah, well, I'm 30 miles from Mexico. I'm close enough to the south.
Well, you take care, and again, I'll be gone next week, but then some medicine reactions. Yeah. But and then I'll be back the following week, and hopefully have some material for some videos.
Cool.
I'm trying to think if I'm going to do a video this Friday or not. I may not. I could put something together for the comet with that, but I don't know. We'll see.
Sounds good either way.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Take care.
Thank you. Catch you guys later. Everybody have a good one.
Yep. And Max, great to have you here. Thanks for popping in, and hope everything works out with the meds. But and thanks for the safe trip wishes. And everyone, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path, and God bless you. Bye-bye.